What's up, friends, and what's up, YouTube? I'm back again with you today. Here before me, I have 10 items. These 10 items I have chosen out of all of my equipment to take out with me for a duration of 3 or 4 days. So the question was, and how it was presented or how it came up was, my wife and I were sitting down and we were actually watching YouTube ourselves. And we seen a video. And the video was, if you had to leave right now and you could only take 10 items for survival, which 10 items would you take? So as I was thinking, I comprised these items together, and these are the 10 items that I would take if I had to survive out in the wilderness for 3 or 4 days. Now, what I want to do is I want to interact with you guys. Please, first of all, hit that subscribe button below and leave your comments and let me know which 10 items you would take with you on a 3 or 4 day bug out situation. Just 10 items, and let me know in the comments below, and maybe we can have an interactive conversation about those things. But I'm going to dig into these 10 things that I chose to take with me and why I chose those items. So the first item that I have on my list as one of the very first items that I would take with me is I have a flashlight, and this little flashlight is a crank flashlight. Doesn't run off of any batteries, so you charge it up, crank it, and you don't have to worry about any batteries while you're out there and you're in the woods. I chose this for that specific reason right there. You could take an LED flashlight or anything, but even though this thing is not kicking off a lot of lumens of light, I don't have to worry about depletion of my batteries or anything like that with a little crank flashlight. So I chose to take this with me as one of my 10 items that I'm going to take with me if I had to leave with only 10 things. So that's number one. We'll set that over there. Number two, paracord. Got some 550 paracord here that I would choose to take with me. Of course, you know, you can use your paracord for helping you to make a shelter, for hanging things, helping you making trapping devices for catching small vermins and things like that. On the inside of your paracord, you can use that rope to make fishing line, for fishing, things like that. So of course, it's kind of self-explanatory. Keep some paracord with you when you're going out there. That's my number two. And this is not going in particular order because it's only 10 items. I mean, it is what it is. What you look at is exactly all you have. So moving on. So as far as fire starting, I went with the Fast fire sticks. This tinder, it's pretty waterproof. If you looked at my last video and you seen my little fire kit, I kept some of this stuff in the fire kit and out of my fire starters. In a situation like this where I can only choose 10 items, then I would probably pick this one. Otherwise, the Pro Camp Tech, they make a loose tinder inside of a bag, and that stuff is really good, but I do not have any of that on hand. So this would probably be my second go-to in a situation like this. Number 4 on my list, instead of choosing a cup where I can boil things or carry my water, I chose the water straw. And the reason that I chose the water straw, the filtration straw, is because you can take a cup out there and you can get water from a lake, from a river, or what have you, and you can boil and you can get all of those parasites and stuff out of the water. But what are you going to do when it comes to getting those fine metals or those other contaminants out your water? So the reason I didn't pack a cup of any kind is because this is going to allow me to also filtrate all of those other nasty things that could be volatile to your body if you ingest them. Number five on my list is I chose not to do a tarp. I actually chose a roll of contractor bags. These are heavy duty, large contractor bags. And you can use these contractor bags to make a poncho. You could use a roll of contractor bags to for foraging and collecting sticks. You can use them for a shelter. You can use them for burning. You can use them. They have many uses. It's kind of broad. You can use them for carrying water. You can use them for storing food, putting fish inside of them. All of your purified water you can put inside of these contractor bags. So that's why I chose the contractor bags over maybe a tarp or something. We just use these as shelter. You can collect your leaves and put your leaves and stuff on the ground to make like a pad, so you won't be absorbing all that cold from the ground at night. So I chose the contractor bags. Multiple uses, and you get a lot of them when you just take a roll. So yeah, that's one of my 10. So let's see, we got 5. Let's go to 6. Now 6, I do have this here. It's like a pot set, and I would choose to take this when you're doing your foraging, and you can find things out there that you can cook, plants that are edible. If you do trap something, or if you do go fishing and you catch something, then you have a way to cook your meal. And in this, you have a pot. It has a lid. It actually has a little small cup in here too for drinking, and it has another little large pot down in there. This is actually brand new. I never used this set because I have another set that I bought, so I haven't had to use this one. So I would definitely take this. I just like how compact it is, and it comes with a deeper pan in there. It has the cup in here, and yeah, it's brand new. I never used it, so I would definitely grab this in a 10 items or less situation. Moving on to 8. 8 is my little small compact fishing kit. Yes, I would take a fishing kit. I would take a fishing kit because I could probably use my paracord for trapping purposes, for little small critters and things like that. You definitely want to be versatile if you're only going to be able to take 10 items. So being able to set up some sort of catching trap for smaller animals and being able to fish is kind of was my thought process when I was going this direction. So I would take my little fishing kit with me. It's equipped with pretty much everything that I would need to be able to catch something out there. Number 9 is self-explanatory, very important. Not gonna go too much into this particular firearm, but yes, it is a firearm. The reason that I chose a handgun, which that is the Taurus TH9. You guys have seen it. It's repetitive. It's my everyday carry. It's a concealable weapon. If you have any problems out there, something that you can keep on your as your sidearm, or in your 6 o'clock position. So that's another reason you're going to run into problems out there. If you run into problems out there, you have something that you can defend yourself. So that is my number 9. I think what happened is I think I messed up the count. So before we go to number 10, there was one more thing that I forgot. So let's go over that before we get to number 10. So this is what I forgot out of the 10 items that I have, is a fireproof wool blanket. Yes, the wool blanket. Even though I have the contractor bags for the shelter and things, and it can get you off the ground, you're still going to need something that's going to complement your fire to help you retain body heat while you're sleeping throughout the night, or else you'll wake up the next day and your throat will be itchy, you won't be feeling too well, and it's important to be able to maintain a reasonable body temperature while you're out there. We know that the temperatures can vary, and one night it can be cold, the next night it can be hot, but you want to make yourself comfortable out there. So I got the little wool blanket that I also choose in my 10 items. Now we can go to the 10th item, which is the multi-survival shovel. Now, the multi-survival shovel, why I chose this over a multi-tool or anything else, or even a knife, is because this shovel has a cutting edge, it has a saw blade edge, of course, the obvious, it's a shovel. It's also equipped this with a Phillips head and a flat head bit. This unscrews so it can be folded to be compact. It folds in 3 pieces so it can become compact. But also, in this third area on the top of this multi-shovel, we have a glass breaker at the very tip, but we also have an attachment that has a cutting edge and a saw blade edge. And so this is this reason, or this little attachment in particular, is the reason that you do not see a knife inside of my kit. I can attach that to one of these ends, this one in particular, and I can do my cutting, gutting fish, cutting my red meat or whatever with this. Also, inside the head of this multi-tool, we have a flint and a little emergency whistle that comes off there, if you can see that. And so this 10th item is very, very valuable, and with its versatility and with the attachments, that's why I chose to go with the multi-shovel inside of my 10 items kit. So that's it, everybody. Those are the 10 items that I would choose for my kit: the multi-shovel, the wool blanket, you got the firearm, the emergency filter straw, paracord, fast fire sticks, the mini fishing kit, the crank powered flashlight, contractor trash bags, and cookware. So remember guys, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, because I would love to see which 10 items you would choose if you had to be out there for 3 or 4 days. I appreciate everybody for watching my YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure of mine. I hope that you find all my information useful. If there's something in my kit that you don't like, please let me know in the comments below and we can have a conversation about it. Until then, I'll see everybody next time. Have a good day.